feels good outside. It's so pretty. I should have been in the park today, but I want to clean my
I
house.
lost the handle.
I've been procrastinating all day long. Kelly's not in birthday.
Junior on the back. Second highest score in the ball game. Leads to 11. Flanders trying to just take over at this point. You can see it. She's on 13. Pressing through the tree. Give off the McIntosh. India's got a bucket. She's the six in the affair. Lovejoy answers immediately. After this bucket by Flanders, to fly right down the floor and come back down and score. We gave you the historic bet on Brunswick. Now let's take a look at the history from Lovejoy. I mentioned it earlier. These are the salad days of Lovejoy Lady Wildcats basketball. Prior to the Stephen King era, Lady Cats had only won 3 state tournament games total in its history, dating all the way back to 1989. But now, 2-time state champion, 2020 year, Sequoia, 2018, St. Kings, Columbia, Harrison, Coleman. Now, they were state runner-up in 2019 to Laniers. They're trying to get to their 4th state championship game in the last, 5 seasons. Also reached the Final Four in 2021 and 2017. So in other words, Lovejoy reached at least a quarterfinal every year since 2017. 7 straight seasons of at least a quarterfinal with ladies in white and the blue. Semifinal in 17. Championship in 18, a runner-up in 19. These are the yearly finishes from Lovejoy. Final Four in 17, champion in 18, runner-up in 19, quarterfinal in 20, Final Four in 21, champions in 22. Amazing. St. King's won everywhere he's been. The deuce for Foster. Easy, pretty little turnaround, puts her on 20. She's now tied for the game high with her teammate, Anna Preston. Full ball, Flanders. Catch at the air, ball goes up, gets fouled. Oh, wait a minute, they're going to say she stepped on the baseline. Oh, maybe they will. They'll say she stepped on the baseline, and we'll head back the other way. There's the last bucket for Fletcher. No one way to go, but you need it to turn it up here if you're Brunswick. Meanwhile, if you're Lovejoy, you just need to keep doing what you're doing. Blocking foul. This Lovejoy team is just so incredibly talented. She's a little frustrated.
Nah, I was supposed to go talk to him about it. It's 48-35, Lovejoy. 48-35.
McIntosh rejected. Shot clock to 20. Still plenty of time. Lovejoy going right at it. Early in the shot clock. Taking the first shot that they see. They're not sitting on an 11-point lead. Both teams have done a job against the shot clock, by the way, in this ball game. No one having to heave up a last-second shot at the end of the shot clock. We all wondered how the adjustment would be this year. Steele pressed him. He's been trying to get back, and she beat her to the rack. Timeout called by Brunswick and Maria Willis-Magrum. Lovejoy threatening to run away the ball game now. Up by 13. Again, a long, long way to go. 11 and a half minutes total remaining in the ball game. 3.5 in the quarter. This is what Lovejoy's been doing to opponents mostly for the last 6 years. They certainly did in the quarterfinal. A good Gainesville club was the victim in the quarterfinal, the 79-34 Lovejoy victory. Lady Cats out rebounded the Lady Elephants 43-27. Of course, 18 turnovers. The second quarter is where it was decided. It's a close ball game for Lovejoy into the second frame. Then a 25-9 second quarter. 43-17 lead at the half. Of course, many of you saw Brianna Preston's amazing more than half court shot at the end of the third quarter buzzer that is all over social media. That was just the icing on the cake for them. 3-ball. Boom! Morgan Bone, 6 points, will come on 3 balls. She had 10 in that quarterfinal win versus Gainesville. It's up to a 14-point ball game. Lovejoy truly knows all they have to do is just play their ball game the rest of the way. That Brunswick would have to do something extraordinary. By the way, not sure if you saw the back off the floor with that.
Let's go 53-39.
Injury. See her back out on the floor. Her first match since we spoke earlier.
Now it's 55-39.
Foster. My goodness. 24 on the day. Orland Foster. Flanders tried to answer.
Third quarter now.
Two young ladies on the floor. Six classes right to the king. Now we go. Dangerous moment. If you're Brunswick. Now if you're Lovejoy, it's already winning time. Preston found when she went up into the air to make the catch. That was a pretty shot foul there by Shanice Quick. A 16-point ball game with over 10 full minutes remaining. 2:21 in the third quarter. It's a dangerous, dangerous moment for Brunswick. In danger of being run out of the building. Don't you know that Lovejoy, their championship record, they know it. Oh, baby. What a move. Preston scores. 24 on the day for Preston. If it continues like this, the only question is going to be who will end up leading the team in scoring. Preston to 24. Foster on 26. We're going to get a couple of 30-point scores. That would be really fitting, to be quite honest with you, with the history of those young ladies. Battle for positioning down low. Last bucket. McIntosh going to pick up 2 quick ones. Going to be the 4th on Lovejoy. Third on McIntosh. Blow the whistle and allow the substitution. McIntosh will then out. Maya Muldrow will check back in. Hobble ankle and all. Boy, he can barely get around out there. Surprised she's out there. Looking good. Flanders once more. She's now up to 17 in the ball. It's Shumaya. Right to the rack. She cannot get the finish with a hard layup. A little too much juice on that one. 1:50 remaining, third quarter. Fans, I want to remind you, today's game also available for all subscribers via the NFHS Network live mobile app for both Apple and Android devices. Download the app from the Apple App Store, the Google Play Store, and then start watching live games wherever you may be. You also get a copy, a digital copy of the opponent. Pull it out for you. Here's one of the young ladies. Show it to the kids. Just click edition. Click download edition copy of today's event right to your computer. First free throw balls for Foster. 26 now for Lanaya. Spinamon per game average. An 18-point Lovejoy lead in the close moments of the third quarter. Oh, dumped down, lost the handle, couldn't stay it back inbounds. Lady, give it back. Things have come unraveled this third quarter. Things have absolutely come unraveled for the Lady Pirates. A lot of contact there. Preston goes down. Good sportsmanship there from Flanders to help her up. To 19-12, third quarter in favor of Lovejoy. Free throws here for Preston. Can't jump start with 1-1. Has it kept away from behind, Flanders did. Holy smokes. Flanders went flying past Preston, who was on the free throw line, of course. She just reached around from behind and tapped it away. And it was flying back offensively and scored. 26 points for Preston. Shot clock off. If you're Brunswick, you want to take the last one. Jalea McDonald will foul back down here on the defensive end. Great move. She's playing with confidence. Check out. Good hand from the crowd. McDonald checked in a few moments ago. He's going to look at Kennedy Hartley, the freshman. McDonald gets it to a... Oh. McDonald took a little exception to the penalty of Flanders. They got tangled up a little bit. We'll see how the officials play this. officials discussing. Brunswick has any chance of coming back in this ball game. They're down by 20. They obviously need this call to go for Cedric King and his move for the worst way. That's a beautiful ring that Coach King has on his hand. Check it down low here. Holy smokes. Watching live coverage of the HSA basketball semifinals on the NFHS Network. HSNetwork.com/HSA, your destination. The most comprehensive coverage of Georgia high school playoff action. We'll have a live stream of these state championships via our friends at Georgia Public Broadcasting next week. They have taken the rights back to the championship in the old days. Well, the old days, they were the broadcast platform for the championships. And we here at the network spent, 6 or 7 years as the home for the championships. Georgia Public Broadcasting decided to take the rights back this year. So they will be using their production house and their broadcast crews. But I will remind you that you'll be able to see some of the live streams here on the network. We wish the best of luck to our friends in Georgia Public Broadcasting. Well, this is a long conversation. But what that tells us is that we are going to see some punishment. Obviously, if the officials were going to just say, all right, you're frustrated, you got into it, here's 2 warnings, don't do it again or else technical fouls are coming. Which, by the way, is the way I prefer it. I mean, let the ladies play, for goodness sakes. These things should be fun. I'm not chastising or criticizing whatever call the officials are about to make. Don't misunderstand. Again, I respect these they have. Personally, I would just give the ladies some warnings. Say, ladies, let's not have it happen again, or we're going to hit you with texts, and there'll be big-time punishment. We understand that you're frustrated. You're fighting for the basketball. You're trying to get to and win a championship game. Let's not have it again. But with this concurrence and the length thereof, this certainly tells us that they're going over numbers and trying to figure out players that were involved in the break. Because we're going to have at least one technical foul call here. Which I imagine, if I saw the altercation correctly, and even with these old eyes, I think I did. It was Flanders and McDonald who got wrapped up together. McDonald for Lovejoy, Flanders for Brunswick. I think that most likely Jalea can get hit with the most stern of. Yeah, McDonald for Flanders. Here we go. So McDonald had put the personal foul in the scramble for the basketball. Oh, wow. And then she is hit with the technical foul on top of it. Of course, with that means that she has now been removed from the ball game. So, walk her off the court. I hate that for her. Again, I have no vested interest in either team. I just hate it for the young lady. That's too bad. Just let the emotion get the best of her. Well, this could be the type of moment Brunswick has to capitalize. Flanders is put in an awful important spot here. She is captain for her club, after all. They need every bit of the points they can get out of this technical. To, of course, will be multiple free throws and the possession. This first. She's now on 18 in the ball game, by the way, is Shemaya. Second free throw for the Tech. Which she has. They must have called the foul. Or now you shoot the technical fouls first, correct? They changed that, did they? Now, here's Janiyah Jones. Trying for point number 7. The 3 points so far on the trip. 3 of 4 made on free throws. Cut it to a 17-point ball game. If you're Brunswick, you can draw dudes here. Get back to 15 to start the fourth quarter. It'll be incredibly tough to come back from 15 points down in 8 minutes against the defending champs, but at least give you a shot. Drive. Hurry. She'll throw it up at 5. Bounces off. Landers might get an extra shot at it, and she does. Right near the third quarter horn. Confidence fallen within the final 2 seconds of the last in said quarter. And so with that, it'll turn into a 5-point trip and a 15-point ball game with 8 to play in Carrollton. Our mission has always been Travel Insurance Company. Well, this remains the same today. We proud to protect all Georgians. Home, auto, and life insurance. From the very beginning and into the future. We stand for every Georgian. This presentation of the NHS Network is brought to you by in the state Georgia Farm, Georgia Farm, always on the team, and College County Sports. Have fun. Champion, 8 minutes away from return to Macon. The Lovejoy Wildcats with a 61-40 lead over the leading back for Brunswick and probably the field to start the fourth quarter. Stick to the moment of the game. Take advantage of it if you're Brunswick and you're trying to come back in a ball game of this magnitude against the team that's really trying to build up dynasty status. Get a bucket there. It's a 13-point ball game. And if you're Lovejoy, you're a little 6 run away. Put this ball game away. McIntosh with the news. She's now on 8. $26 for Foster. 26 for Preston. 3-ball D. Trying to bank it in. She could not do so. Preston with another rebound. She's going to double up in the ball game. And Lovejoy just a going on from potentially put away another state TV final. And making what would be their 4th trip to the state championship game. They got it. They got it. Look at this pass. Left it short. Reached the final game at 18-1. Got back in 19-1. That. A warmly nervous time shot that. It's all 9 in the affair. Lovejoy. Champion in 18, runner up in 19. They beat Harrison and lost to Lanier. And then last year, won the title of for Preston. On the game now. Preston and Foster get to 30. Almost seems like an inevitability that one of them gets to 30.
Huh? Uh, you can go to my YouTube page. I got one right now. Hold on, wait for it. So, yeah, it's 65 to 48, 6 minutes. My YouTube, you can type it in.
And then up at the end of the Brunswick run in 2023, it's been an incredibly successful season. Right now, so that is taken yet again. It'll be the fourth time in 6 years. You get a third title in those 6 years, by the way. Only be 5 years. Coming in, McIntosh. 10 points now. Double figures for Ian McIntosh. And from back up the other end by Joe. She's on double figures now for 11. Lovejoy get back to a championship game for the fourth time in 5 years. You're in a whole nother conversation of greatness, especially if they're able to win against either River Ridge or Langston Hughes. Flanders to 23 in the ball game now. It's a 15-point ball game. There's a turnover. Dish. Got it. Hold on a moment now. Maya West. Just shy of 10. Ball to 3. Not this time. Long rebound chased down by McDonald. I'm sorry, by McIntosh. Ball will try at a close range. Flanders has the rebound. 4:45 remaining. It's a 13-point ball game. This thing all over. The Brunswick faithful, as you see on your screen, screaming for her to push. Maria Willis Mangrum wanted Flanders to drive. She didn't see her. Coco Ramsey gets off to a teammate of 3. He gets off the arc in the air. Ball dropped. It would have lifted the lid off this joint. Simply don't know if you're going to have enough possessions now. Got it. And that will put Brianna Preston on 30. What a performance for Brianna Preston.
69-54 with 4 minutes left.
The junior.
Whoever this Brianna Preston is.
If my numbers are correct, and by the way, I want to remind you, they're not official. It's not easy doing play-by-play and keeping statistics. There's no official statistician on hand here today from the GHSA. There is a scorekeeper down at the table, but we're not at the table. The view that you're seeing on your screen are left of camera. So again, all of my numbers that I'm giving you are unofficial, although I promise you I'll be close. Preston should be on 30 now, anywhere between 28 and 32. Remember, she's a 1,000-point scorer in her career. A 5'10" guard, all-region first-team performer. Got another year to play. Oh, by the way, she'll be back next year. Anaya Foster, 4 away from 30, if my numbers are correct. What I do know for a fact is coming up next, here on the Chips Network, first of 2 guys finals for City classification. Wood County and Lanier, 2 teams bidding for their second ever state championship game appearances. At about 4 o'clock or so from Carrollton. Brunswick has left in them. Man alive. Shanae Jackson. Jackson was her region's defensive MVP. Man alive, she had a good ball game against Sequoia in the quarterfinals. She hits the first. Shanae had 12 points and 12 rebounds. Front irons the second. Offensive rebound. Rebound, look out. Back out. Defensive rebound. Lenaya Foster. Preston pull up the alley. That was very, very savvy. Very heady offensive play. All you die-hard heads out there play the game. You know as well as I do, man, that was a great move by Preston right there. Like, I can't help but laugh. Man, she really bought that call. And I mean, it was fair, don't get me wrong. I mean, what she did, of course, with her body movement, she baited the defender into it. Smart. Really smart. Oh, backward violation. Time right now. Now the official going to go and confirm with his teammates to see if he got it right. I don't think, I'm just guessing here, I think it's a game freeze. Oh boy. We got no shortage of storylines and characters in this ball game. That dude's been around a long time, Cedric King. Pope, Carter of Atlanta, Langston Hughes, Collins Hill. Fourth on Foster, by the way. Baseline drive. Can't get the ball. Time ticking away on Brunswick now. 2.5 minutes left. It'll take one of the great sports comebacks you've ever seen. Again, it's been just a tremendous run for the Lady Pirates. 27 wins, 22 straight wins coming into today. They haven't lost in the calendar year. In fact, they haven't lost since before Christmas, December 19th to be precise. Swept through the region regular season and tournament. Outscored opponents by 24 points per ball game, 17 in the tournament. Won 13 of what will now be 16 games on the road or on neutral floors. And for only the second time in program history, an appearance in the Final Four. When you get to the Final Four, that's look, maybe more a great accomplishment. Don't get me wrong, but there's something different about men. Look at Preston, not bucket. Look at her classmates, the Lovejoy crowd. She puts herself on 32. That one knocks home. Nia Jones to 13. Now, when you get to the Final Four, there's just something different about it compared to the quarterfinals. Yeah, the quarterfinals are a great accomplishment. It really, really is. No way would I ever demean that. I mean, to be one of the softer bracket, a softer quad, as we like to call it, those of us who cover high school sports in this state. Man, when you make it to the Final Four, there's something just wholly different about that. That isn't the major accomplishment. I've always been a proponent of high schools raising a banner for making the Final Four in your respective classification. Once you get to the Final Four, you can be the second best team in the state and just lose. 2 trip. Not quite dead yet. But if they're not able to pull off one of the great comebacks you've ever seen, it'll be a disappointing end to a 10th straight playoff appearance. Kingston empty. Lovejoy has the basketball. Coach will not let ball for fouls. And it'll become academic now. Preston will drive in, not hit the running layup. Brunswick has it back with a minute and a half remaining. So nothing for the Lady Pirates to hang their heads about. In 5, 10, 12, 15 years, they'll look back on this day and they'll remember it as a day where they lost to a virtual juggernaut. Foul drawn. Langston Hughes and River Ridge coming up tonight. About 6 p.m. in the second 6A final matchup. Depending on the brackets you're looking at, Rivers could be 1, 2, or 3. Langston's anywhere from 5 to 6. I think it's a number 5 to 8 in the state rankings. Hughes just knocked off Rockdale County in the quarterfinals, who of course is out of Lovejoy, Michigan. It was ranked number 2 in the state, according to Kyle's study. River Ridge just knocked off the defending state champions in Paris, who won that wild, incredible double overtime state championship game that, as a matter of fact, I was able to call last year. They defeated Lula. Remember, they hit that, Avery Bantucci hit that half-court shot at the end of regulation last year, the state championship in Macon. Tied the game up, sent it to double overtime, and then she ended up the game winner at the horn in double overtime. So Langston Hughes and River Ridge this year, they were certainly tested in the quarterfinals. Second Lady 6A state semifinal matchup coming up at 6 p.m. here on the network. Blocked. Can't finish it. Once again, we're reminded that coming up next, Lee County and Lanier. Got 2 guys state championship game, state semifinal games, I beg your pardon, coming up here on the network. Lanier and Lee County next. Our nightcap will be incredibly interesting as well. Alexander in Etowah. Of course, great ball teams in Alexander basketball history. So they said just many months ago, they didn't win that ball game against Jonesboro. Speaking of dynasties, the Jonesboro team won a couple of titles. Alexander that night had a kid by the name of Hassani Gravitt. Put together one of the individual performances I have ever seen in 30 years of high school broadcasting. Kid went for 46, I think. Knocked down 8 threes. It's an amazing ball game. Well, his little brother now plays for Alexander, and they'll be in our nightcap tonight as they take on Etowah in the second of our men's state semifinals. The 6A championship ball games will be set by the end of play tonight. The 6A Lady State Championship game, by the way, is on the 10th at 5:30 down at the Macon Coliseum. So next Friday night, 10:30. Those young ladies will be hopping into the bus ride. This time to Central Georgia. Nice move, nice bucket. Maria Willis-Mangrum going to use this opportunity to coach these up a little bit more. With 23.8 remaining. So Brunswick will finish their year 27 and overall and have their 22-game winning streak snapped. Meanwhile, Lovejoy, this will be their 26th win of the year. Put them at 26-5 overall. It'll be their 5th consecutive win and their 16th for the Lady Wildcats, that is. They're 16th in the last 17 ball games. Now Cedric King will take his Lady Wildcat to the state championship game for the 4th time. And foul on Jones, Shania is done for the day. Brianna Preston back to the line on a 30-point night. What a performance. Look at her reaction. Did you see her reaction the last time she missed the free throw when she came up? She kind of held her arms by her side, running back down the floor. Makes the second of the 2. Makes an 11-point ball game. Another foul. This is the most grinding down to the end of a ball game you will ever be a part of. Last 2 minutes game going to take as long as the previous 10. Building continues to fill up here on what's turned into a gorgeous Saturday in West Georgia. Outside, not bad inside. 10-point game. Go 1-point trip. Defensive board. Down my ball. She's trapped and foul. Brunswick will make a verdict. Continuing to foul here with 6.5 remaining. knocks down the second. And that'll bring us to crescendo. Dynasty Talk continues around the Lovejoy Lady Bobcats. For the fourth time in 5 years,
Great job, Lady Pirates. Great job. Lay your hands up. Way to fight back. Great job.
Another dominating performance. Only 11 on the score sheet. For 73-62 may not reflect just how sound of a victory this was. As Lania Foster finishes tonight 30, Brianna Preston goes north of 30, and again it ends up as an 11-point, 73-62 Lovejoy victory. A great season for Brunswick, and a continuing season for Lovejoy. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Next, again, right about 4 p.m. or so here on the network, we'll have a look at our first men's state semifinal at the 6 city class. At about 4 p.m. First, a couple of things